Hello yogi and welcome to your practice. Today we are going to be accessing the sweeter, softer side of yoga. As we arrive towards the end of the year, I think it's nice to just take these darker days, these more quiet moments to nourish the body, nourish the mind, the spirit, the soul, and to take these slower moments of pause. So we're going to be tending a little bit to our aches and holding space for more of that softness. I hope that you are open to today's kind of practice and that you're ready to just kind of sigh out and relax. So we're going to get started in a child's pose. Since today is all about comfort, bring along with you sweater, jumper, bolster, pillow, whatever you think might make your space and your practice more inviting. That includes candlelight, that includes music. Go ahead and pause the video and just get what you need first before arriving. So we're coming to child's pose at the back of our mats to begin with. Knees together, reach your arms out ahead of you, resting your forehead to the ground. And like with any pose, don't rush into the full depth of it. Allow time and breath to ease you into the position and to ease you into softness. Maybe sending your arms a bit wider than usual. If you'd like, you can reach your arms back towards your heels if that feels nice, relaxing your elbows to the earth. Wherever you are, can we focus a little bit on softening and arriving to where we are? And bring our awareness to this sensation of your heaviness and of being held by the earth, being supported by the ground beneath you. And as you breathe into your back body. Create a bit more space for that breath to enter. Imagine that the space behind your heart is lifting. And as you exhale, maybe you can soften a little bit more in your belly, which is in deep compression here. And your next breath, maybe focusing a little bit on your chest, your shoulders, your neck. Directing that breath of fresh air into that space, seeing if you can invite a bit more softness and a bit less tension as you exhale, letting go. One more breath, bringing the breath up towards your head, seeing what you're carrying with you in your little head. And as you exhale, seeing if you can soften the skin on your face, your cheeks, your jaw, your forehead. And then just listen from the inside out to the wave and rhythm of your breath, coming in and out. Today, let our intention be to ease our aches, to tend to the soul, to nourish. Whatever that might mean for you in a more specific way, think about that, reflect on that, and then commit. Commit to your intention. Let's lift our head off the floor and just bring these arms, both of them, over to one side. Any side. Reaching off the mat, stretching out the side body here, but maintaining that softness as we reach. Today, can you keep a balance, a really strong balance between the strong and the soft? Let's lift up and walk your hands over to the other side, elongating that side body, seeing how far down the spine it can reach. Try to hang your head a bit heavier into the ground here. And then walk through center. Push your palms into the floor and walk your hands closer to your knees to come find yourself in a kneeling position. From this kneeling position, roll your shoulders a couple times. Really gentle, not super strong, really gentle. Knowing that even if you don't feel it, there are so many muscles here at play. So many joints involved. Let's circle the other way. Thinking about how much these shoulders go through. Oftentimes we take for granted what some of our most used joints and body parts do. Until they're out of function or they're injured, that's when you actually really notice how important, how vital they are to your natural day-to-day, to your functioning, to your well-being. So as you move gently here, send a bit of love in thanks to yourself, all the parts of yourself that make it possible for you to feel good in your body. Reach your arms wide and up to the sky. Cross your fingers and reach your palms up. Stretch tall like you're yawning through the body. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, take it over to the side and then slightly forwards, like you're rounding your upper spine a little bit, tucking your tailbone in a little bit. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale to the side, the other side, and then reaching slightly forwards as we round through the spine a little bit. Inhale up here. And as you exhale, let's hug our arms over our chest, like you're giving yourself a self-hug here. And then draw a little circle with your upper spine. So from where your ribs are, you're kind of circling, tipping forwards to the side, back and up. Reverse your circle. And this can be small, it can be slow. Let this be explorative. And as you inhale, release these arms, open them wide. As you exhale, hug yourself with the other arm coming on top now. Same thing. So let's lean back, then to one side, taking it over to the side and forwards. And continuing this little circle. This is a kind of thoracic spine CAR movement. CAR standing for controlled articulated rotations. Reverse. Beautiful. And then releasing your hands with your breath. Bring your hands forwards, coming into a tabletop position. Knees beneath your hips, hands beneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers out wide. Let's arch through the belly. Lift through the gaze. Pull your heart forwards. Exhale to round, but it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Feel how round and how deep into this shape you want to go right now. Inhale. Let your spine move organically to bring yourself into the counter pose. And as you exhale, we tuck, we separate shoulder blades, we look underneath us. Last time, close your eyes as you do this. Nobody's watching you, so feel it from the inside out. And exhale, beautiful, we round. Come into a neutral position. Extend your left toes back on the mat behind you. Tuck the toes under. And just a couple moments, pulse the heel back so we get a nice stretch through the backs of the legs, the backs of the knees. You can even take it further and kind of continue these animalistic primal movements, kind of waving through the body, letting movements kind of come through your body as it feels right for you, to whichever spots are aching or feeling the need for a bit of movement. And then let's send the left toes off to the right for a moment. Yep, to the right. So look over your right shoulder, see if you can peek the toes. There they are. And then send them all the way over to the left. Peek over your left shoulder now as they come and draw a circle, like your leg is like, what do you call it? An arm on a clock, you know? dial on a clock. Keep reaching the left foot so it comes all the way up to the mat. Then bend through that knee as you rise to fingertips. Shift your hips forwards, and then take a moment to ease side to side in this low lunge, this anjaneyasana. Just take a moment to enjoy being here. Beautiful. And from here, let's send the hips back. See how it is to straighten out this left leg. See how tight we've got it today. Ooh, mine is super tight. So just noticing, observing. Trying to keep that soft gaze with you throughout. Imagine today's session is like a massage from the inside. Let's rebend this knee. From here, this back foot is actually going to kind of swivel off behind you so that we can open up and face the right and reach your right arm up and over. And the big part is here, you're going to get a nice stretch through this left, like inner thigh, the groin area. So your left hand is down inside of your left foot, right arm can be up or overhead. And gently bend deeper into this left knee. Allow the hips to kind of reach towards it. Enjoy the opening through the hips, the groin. Beautiful. And from here, come back to square off the mat, on the mat. So turn your right toes back behind you. Place your hands above this left knee to rise a bit higher. And then from here, reach your arms to the side, up to the sky. Look up as palms touch. There they are. As you exhale, glide your left hand to your left hip. And then reach up and over with this right arm. Stretch out this right side body. You can even hammock your head. Hang out here for a bit. Hips can be a bit heavier. Breathe and relax through the shoulders. If you'd like, see if your left fingertips can find the floor. Maybe it's there and that helps you feel a bit nicer in the stretch. Wonderful. Then come back up, frame your left foot, and step your left knee back so you're back in this tabletop position. Before moving on to the other side, let's walk our hands forwards. Keep your hips above your knees, and let's find anahatasana, puppy pose. So see where your heart goes as you melt your heart towards the floor. Your chin can maybe find the floor, or maybe it's just your forehead right now. Just opening up through the back body. Take one more sweet breath here. And climbing back up into this tabletop position on all fours. Extend your right foot behind you, tuck your right toes under, and a couple moments pulse the heel back. Feel the sole of the foot. Get a little bit of a nice massage here as well. Then if your body calls for it, maybe we swivel around a little bit left and right. Move like nobody's watching and you're kind of discovering the feelings of your body for the first time. Wonderful. Then from center, let's slide this right foot to the left, squeezing your inner thighs as you look past your left shoulder. There it is. And then slide it all the way off to the right. Draw a big, big circle all the way off to the right. As it comes to the top, bend through that knee. And then send the hips forwards, deepen the bend through the right knee. Here we are, deep in the hips. We swivel side to side. And make these stretches really accessible for you. So that's why I said bring what you need. If you've been doing a bit of yoga, then maybe you've heard of blocks before. They can really help. Blocks can be really helpful whenever you want to make yoga a bit more accessible. Placing them under your hands, giving yourself a bit of height. Beautiful. From here, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, hips are going to go back. Stretching out this right leg, let's lift the right toes up.
See where our half Hanuman is today. Not attaching any labels, any judgment, just breathing into it. Today is all like this. It's no rush. Too often in life, when we make the time to do something, we think it's got to have maximum impact. It's got to be really effective. You know, it's got to be go, go, go. You got to feel that at the end of it, you worked really hard. You got something out of it. With something slow like yoga, sometimes it might not feel in the moment like you're doing anything. It's also a practice. So it's about coming back to the mat, right? You can't just come to yoga one time and then believe it's going to change your life. But you have to have a little bit of faith in the process and know that these slow movements oftentimes are doing more for us on a more holistic level of our well-being than necessarily like a power push through yoga class, which has a place and is beautiful as well. But it's important to remember balance and reflecting on why we are coming to the mat and what yoga has to offer us. Let's bend through this knee and then swivel this left foot towards the right. Keep your right hand inside of your right foot. Reach your left arm up and over, and then just gently pulsing as we bend deeper into this right knee, just to get deeper into the groin a little bit here. You can hammock your head, why not? And when you're ready, squaring off on the mat, left toes go back, climb up so that your hands are on this right knee, pushing the knee away to bring your torso straight up, then reach your arms up to the sky as you breathe in. Look up and stretch a bit taller. As you exhale, find your right hip with your right hand. Reach up and over with this left arm, or you could find right fingertips to the floor if that's within reach. But know what's driving all your decisions. Is it ego? Or is it actual curiosity for the pose and the feelings inside your body of how your body is reacting? Are you listening to the body? Really, what is it that we are listening to? Beautiful. And then climbing up, framing this right foot, sending the right knee back. We're going to send the hips to the sky for our first downward facing dog. So set up your hands so they're ready. Fingers are spread out. Hips go to the sky. Immediately begin to pedal out through the legs. Straightening one at a time. A deep bend through the other. Notice the sensations travel from your heel and the arches of your feet up through your calves, behind the knees, the hamstrings, where they meet the glutes, up towards your sacrum, and then over that hump, over the hill, towards your low back, your thoracic spine, the shoulders and how they connect with all those muscles. Your neck, is it relaxed or are we tensing here? Your forearms and your wrists. What is it that's happening? Take a couple breaths here, softening, maybe finding a bit of stillness. Let's see, what time is it? All right. And then sweep your right leg up to the sky. Bend through this knee and let the knee kind of open and tip back behind you. So you have a bit more of this open hip position, a stretch through the front hip flexor. Your hips are kind of stacked one on top of the other. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring the right knee to your nose. Step it to the top of the mat. This is really the only real tough, I guess, pose of today. And I don't even want you to think of it as that. I want you to just be present and to feel good in it. So allow yourself to find a more accessible way to feel good in it. So hands are going to come forwards, and then reach your left knee to your nose. So we're here in this crouched kind of flamingo pose. And then on your next breath or breaths, start to extend the left toes to the sky. Wherever they go, tip forwards and feel the back of the right leg open up. Just pausing for a moment here, then bend the standing leg and step back behind you so that we can rise up through a warrior two. And then tip back and yawn out this front body, stretching out this right side, really enjoying as we reverse our warrior. Take a big breath in. Lengthen the front leg, and as you exhale, circle the arms in another yawn. This whole class is just like yawning and yawning and yawning. Fingertips to the right shin. Reach your left arm up. Reach higher than we're going deeper today. Really feel open and wide. I could literally yawn right now. I'm actually fighting it, but it should feel like that. You know how amazing it is to yawn? You know, in the morning when you wake up and you do that full body stretch, you know, like how the cats and the dogs do, and it just feels so good. That's the feeling I'm trying to capture throughout today's class. So if that means you're a bit higher, your knees are a bit bent, and this is your yawn, then that's what you're doing. Let's rebend this front knee, frame the foot, step back. Let's find a brief, accessible vinyasa. So let's lower down the knees. Bend the elbows slowly to lower your chest to the floor. Bring your fingertips underneath your shoulders. And as you inhale, push the ground away to peel your chest off. Lift your gaze up. Do one little head roll gently in one direction. And then in the other. Oh, wonderful. Dip the chest back down. Push the ground away. Send your hips all the way back to your heels. And then meet in downward facing dog. Left toes are going to go to the sky now. Bend through the left knee. Start to stack so the left hip is above the right. Your knees may be pointing to the sky. And then when you're ready, left knee is going to come to your chest. Step the left foot up to the top. Hands are going to walk a couple feet forwards. Reach your right knee to your nose. Here we are in this crouch. And then on your next few breaths, begin to extend the legs apart from one another. So right toes are going to reach up, wherever that means. Left leg is going to lengthen. Drop the head down. Breathe. Then bend through this standing leg, step back, and rise up through warrior two. And then tip your warrior back, reverse your warrior. Reach the left knee forwards. Keep your heart open, inhale. Straighten out this left leg, and as we exhale, we circle our arms wide like we are a star that's about to do a cartwheel to find something, a bit of fabric, the faintest kiss of a touch from your left fingertips to this left leg. Then reach up like you're trying to hold on to a bar or something above you with your right fingertips. Inhale. Then look at the floor. Exhale, reach your right arm overhead. Keep reaching, bend through that knee. And let's frame that left foot. Back heel comes up. Here we are. Stepping back, hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out. Then turn both heels to the right. Bend through your knees. Deep, 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 like we're twisting. Come back through center. Heels go to the left. Bend through your knees. Keep pushing the ground away. We are twisting. Coming through center. Lower the knees down. And rest your forehead to the floor briefly. Meeting back in child's pose. Notice if maybe your body is allowing you to soften a little bit more now. Now that you've allowed it to expand, to move a little bit, it can sometimes be easier to soften after a bit of work. Then from your child's pose, walk your hands towards you.
Sit up into a kneeling position. Reach your arms up to the sky, then circle them back behind. Interlace your fingers. Reach your palms towards one another. Reach these knuckles away. Lift through your heart. This might be good like this, might feel amazing, energizing. Otherwise, we attempt to lean forwards. And then reach your arms up to the sky as you curl into a big ball. So not a little ball. We're staying with a bit of space between our face and our legs, between our belly and our thighs. Arms are reaching up and over. And when you're ready, arms reach to your lower back. We come back to kneeling position. Release your grip and swivel your legs around and front. Flex through your feet. You can keep them about hips distance. Reach your arms front and up. Breathe in. Exhale, we reach front and down. Maybe you can catch a hold of your toes or your feet or your shins or your calves. Stay here for a moment. If for some reason this fold, Paschimottanasana, is not accessible, you can find Janu Sirsasana with one knee bent in, reaching towards one leg. Oftentimes that already makes it much more pleasing. And then just make sure you do the other side. Otherwise, we're staying here with both legs long. For 3 more long breaths. Even if your spine's completely rounded, that's okay. With each breath, see if you can bring a bit of softness. Let's climb up to vertical through the spine. Let's bring soles of the feet together now. Knees are wide. Catch a grip of the front of your ankles. As you breathe in, puff your chest out in front of you like you're a proud pigeon on the streets. And as you exhale, let's reach the chest front and down. Begin to round. And maybe we shift the grip so our hands are no longer on our ankles, but they're clasping the tops of your toes, your elbows gently pressing into the shins. This can help you lengthen a little bit more through the spine. 3 long breaths here. Enjoy. And sitting tall, let's simply open these legs into a V shape. As wide or as narrow a V as you're comfortable with. Doesn't have to be super wide. You can simply shift side to side for a moment like this. And then when you're ready, we begin to hinge more at the hips, lean forwards. Now if you've got a pillow or actually I've got one right here. You can actually place it in front of you for a bit of height. It feels lovely to have something to rest some of your weight on that's not as far as the floor, but that is still in this position. Soften. Keep a little bit of power through these feet. So we're keeping a little bit of that strength and activity through the tops of the legs as the bottoms and the backs of the legs stretch out here. See with each breath if you can undulate the spine a little bit, creating a bit of lubrication, I like to think of, through the joints, making a fold like this a bit easier, a bit more delightful. And feel free to sway a bit in movement and motion. And keep your jaw softened here. When ready, you're going to climb off. Simply rest back behind you on your hands. Bend through the knees, step your feet down, and you're going to send both knees over to one direction, gently and slowly, up and over to the other direction. And do this a couple times, windshield wiping your legs. Beautiful. You could cross your legs for a moment, find mild twists since we didn't really do much twisting. Taking it to the other side. Coming through center, we're going to find our way into Shavasana. This can be a really sweet Shavasana with blanket if you want. Make yourself comfortable. And I hope by this point of arriving, you feel like you've nourished a little bit. You've given a bit of love to your body. Knowing that it should be even more practice, this kind of practice, this slow, unhurried, unrushed, nourishing kind of practice. One that really does not have any kind of goal except for being present in your body. From Shavasana, let's extend legs long. Yawn the arms overhead. Take that morning stretch I kind of mentioned a little bit. And then ease into your restful place. Feel the back of the head pressing heavy into the ground. On your next breath, as you exhale, close those eyes if they are still open. Allow your feet to flop open, your fingers to gently curl in. Feel the weight of your hips pressing into the earth, supported by the earth. Feel your spine and your shoulders, which all day carry a lot of weight, which all day are very much curled over, maybe slightly hunched, and here finally able to open up, take more space, be longer. And feel that your throat is open, your eyebrows are relaxed, your forehead is expansive, your cheeks are soft. If someone were to look at your face, they'd see so much peace. Peace and acceptance. And as we slow down on the mat today, I hope you can continue to slow down a little bit more in life, in our hectic life, almost as an act of rebellion, to slow down, to pause, to be content with what is. This is a positive experience. To rush, to always wish, to want to change is actually oftentimes more negative than positive. But to be able to lie in gratitude as we are, to embrace the present and be fully alive in this exact moment, that's as good as it gets. So let's be here grateful to be here. Take a deeper breath into your body. As you sigh out, let go of these thoughts. Rest more in your body, in your awareness. I leave you here to digest, to absorb. Thank you so much for joining me in today's practice, and I will see you next time.